We chose GTE Federal Credit Union because we had done financing with them through our customers, and we saw them to be a very well-rounded credit union. They worked well with customers, and GTE offers great rates. So personally, my wife and I decided when we had an opportunity to join GTE that we would join ourselves. So we waited for the dealership to be able to join GTE, and that's how it all began. Our employees get an opportunity to go through GTE also. We've offered that to them, but we found it to be so much more useful for us as far as our accounting methods. It was easier to pay bills online with them. There's no charge for checking. It worked out really great for us. I think especially for personal use, for whether it's home financing or financing automobiles, people would be foolish not to sign up with a credit union. They offer longer term, lower rates, they're easier to deal with, and they're more structured to help you rather than just this is the way it works. We started by doing indirect lending with GTE, financing customers' cars through them, and having spoken to the people and getting very personal with them, we talked about what they have for personal people, and my wife and I, like I said, signed up, and then we proceeded to ask them more about can we do business checking. And when they told us that opportunity was going to come around for businesses to do business there, we jumped on that as fast as we could. Matter of fact, we waited quite a while for it to open. Well, we have an account rep, and we've never had that at other banks, even though we've been told we did. There was never someone you could really speak to or knew anything about our account. Well, we have an account rep at GTE. We just give her a call if we're waiting for a wire to come in, if there's a problem with anything, if we're looking for a check clearing. It's just been great. You can reach her at almost any time. If not, she calls you right back. We found that to be very useful. And with our personal side as well, when my wife wants to check something, she has someone she can actually call rather than go through a phone system, wait for another operator and someone that will hopefully help her in customer service. It's been great for the dealership. When we take a check from a customer, it took 21 days to find out whether it cleared or not. That was very difficult for us. When we tried to talk to the bank about that and finding out sooner, we found that there was no real rep that could help us or anyone that could follow our account. So at GTE, we have a rep that if we have a question or want to look something up, plus we found there was a huge difference in fees. Our dealership writes so many checks that we were paying $200–300 a month just for fees to a bank for having that many checks written. We found that was like exorbitant, but it was pretty much the same at all banks. Also, we found that their security we felt was much tighter at the credit union. We found that they've taken care of us much better than any lending or bank that we've dealt with in the past. If anyone's been dealing with banks like I had, and they go through several checks, like $200–300 a month was just enormous for them, and we were being penalized actually. Where at the credit union, that's not a problem with them. It works, it functions, they're happy with it. I think small businesses would save money and find that they don't have to go to many different lenders and jump through tons of hoops if they did need to borrow money for capital or for whatever other expenses. From the minute we started using GTE many years ago for our dealership, we found that their buying habits and the way they treated the customers were pretty much the same. They didn't jump into all the, gee, let's try to finance everybody with the really marginal, the bad credit, the risk rates, and they stayed along the same path and took care of the people that were there. Now, they still helped people that had poorer credit because a lot of people went through that, but it was more of their members and people rather than just let's jump out into the market and buy anybody. They've been very, I think, careful with their money, selective in taking care of how they've treated the people that own the credit union, I guess, as well as making sure they didn't get caught in the need for bailout money and all the bad things that came up. I feel more secure. I'm comfortable with what they're doing with my money. We have large amounts go through our checking account constantly as an automobile dealership selling cars. So it's something that we constantly want someone that gives us that comfort zone of where our money's being put, what's being taken care of. And if I recommend GTE to a customer here, I know that they're going to be taken care of the same way, based on myself personally, based on the way my dealership's been treated. And there's just sound business practices, I believe. I think that GTE would be the first place I'd go to as a small business. One, automatically they're going to take care of your personal or your business checking, but your business is going to be more well-rounded with them. They'll help you with your financing for your business if you needed money. But I think more importantly, they're going to take care of your checking, your expenses are going to drop.